The schematics here show the B turret barbette at 16 inches.
That aligns perfectly with the 27 specifications photo.
Zoom in on frame 72. That void is larger than anticipated.
Marking it now. It's definitely a critical fracture zone.
We must adhere strictly to the lift limitations, especially the 50-ton maximum.
What about the secondary charges?
They are only...
This tracking shot along the keel highlights the severe degradation. Decades underwater have left the Nelson.
Divers are meticulously cataloguing the damage, noting the frame spacing and the extent of the cable decay within the flooded compartments.
Lowering beam 3. Main supports engaging.
Supports confirmed on seabed, taking the load. We are stable.
Frame secured on the port side.
Roger that. Checking starboard alignment now.
Looks good, Supervisor. Ready for tension. All right, steady on the winch. We're at 200 meter.
Roger. Maintaining tension.
Slow Aston, all engines. Winch 1, tighten the port cable now. Watch the starboard clearance, she's drifting. Check the pressure gauge again, Mr. Davies.
Reading steady, sir.
Right, signal the tug to take the strain. Bring the barriers tight on the starboard side. Perimeter check complete, all secured forward.
Phase 5 marks the end of the open sea transport. The Nelson, despite her condition, is finally ready for the full shipyard restoration.
Slow rotation on the forward drum, steady now. Are you holding steady, sir?
With Phase 2 complete, the path forward was clear. The stabilization of this rusted giant could finally begin.
Bring her down slow, watch the plating near the A turret.
She's taking the weight. Secured forward.
Hold the tension on the forward lines. Watch that starboard sensor closely. Aye, steady as she goes, sir.
The HMS Nelson, seen here in 1927, shows the severe effects of neglect.
Surveying the main deck, the Nelson is a shadow of her former glory. The heavy rust and structural damage are evident everywhere we look.
The structural repair cannot begin until stabilization is fully green here. We are already behind schedule on the cutting.
The forward turrets of the Nelson present a daunting sight. Decades of decay have left the barrels seized and the housings cracked. The Nelson's hull was severely compromised. We had to install these external braces to stabilize the structure before the dry docking could proceed.
All right, lads, heave.
Watch the chain on the starboard side. Look at the stress fractures around this rivet line.
Yes, that's beyond repair. We'll need the stencil for R.
The dry dock is fully drained. Phase 6 marks the true beginning of the restoration, as the arduous task of
Dry docked in 1927, the HM Nelson presents a formidable challenge. The thick
Adjusting for equal distribution now.
We are synchronized. Maintain current thrust.
The scale of the damage within the Nelson is staggering. These temporary shoring towers are the only thing preventing it.
All right, slowly now, down another meter.
Steady, steady. Watch the alignment on frame 42.
Looks good from here.
The HMS Nelson arrived in 1927, already showing the deep scars of neglect.
The team applies controlled solvents to the heavily contaminated areas, a critical step to prevent the spread of oil into the dry dock environment.
The depth here is alarming. Check that crack propagation.
It runs nearly a foot, sir. The gauge reads 45 thousandths on the thinning.
Right, note that for the replacement schedule.
According to the laser scan, this bracket is completely compromised.
The drawings confirm the critical support first.
Aft section, ease it slightly to port.
Alignment looks good here, Chief. We're within tolerance. All right, lads, steady on the port side.
Heave now, bring her around gentle.
As the camera pans the length of the hull, the massive scale of the Nelson is matched only by the severity of the structural damage. Here, deep within the Nelson's hull, the extent of the damage is clear. This 1927 gray paint hides severe structural decay. The massive scale of the HMS Nelson restoration is evident as new 1927 specification hull plates are carefully lowered into place. And so we reach Phase 8. The internal structure is exposed, and Here we see the stark contrast, the newly reconstructed frame line standing against the heavily scarred original structure of the HMS Nelson.
All right, slowly now, watch the starboard edge. Steady, steady, a little to the left. All right, steady on the jacks, bring her up tight against the flange.
Aye, lifting her now.
Perfect, get the welder started.
The last eye in.
As the restoration begins, the sheer scale of the corrosion on the Nelson's deck becomes apparent.
These newly machined components, precise to the 1927 specifications, stand in stark contrast to the heavily...
The task is immense. These precise markings dictate where the first cuts into the Nelson's armor must be made.
Reinforced steel plates are welded between frame lines, restoring compartment boundaries and the original structural layout.
The thermal tools trace the pre-marked lines, cutting through the heavily oxidized deck plates to reveal the damaged support structure underneath.
Check the starboard side reference point.
Spot on, Admiral alignment confirmed.
Inside the colossal hull of the HMS Nelson, the extent...
Here we see the reconstructed tower being installed, finally restoring the distinctive Nelson-class profile to the rusted hull.
Keep that steady, T. We need a clean edge for the patch.
Aye, solid enough. Mind the heat.
Check the resistance on line 4. We're getting a fluctuation near the coupling.
Confirmed. Adjusting the linkage now.
Just about got it.
Can you hit that with the air?
Yeah, hang on. Looks good, but check the rivets again.
As the seating rings are cleaned and reinforced, meticulous measurements are taken, confirming the correct alignment and rotation.
Watch your foot there, mate.
All right, heave on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The rebuilt structural skeleton now spans from keel to deck. The ship is no longer fragile.
The massive heaters ensured the gray paint cured evenly, a testament to shipyard precision.
Here we see the painstaking application of the ship's name, HMS Nelson, using traditional stenciling methods.
Ensuring the integrity of the cooling lines requires precision welding, adhering strictly to the 1927 schematics.
Alignment looks good on the gauge.
Verified. Start the fastening sequence.
Bring it down easy, watch the alignment. Got the spanner ready? Hit it with the impact wrench, let's lock it down.
Lower it easy now, watch the clearance.
Hold fast there. The calibration looks spot on according to the drawings.
Riveting is sound.
The profile here is sufficient, just over 3 mils.
Confirmed. We can authorize coating on this section.
All right, mark it accordingly.
Phase 10 complete. The Nelson's hull is whole again, structurally sound and sealed, ready for the next stage of her rebirth.
The iconic silhouette of the HMS Nelson rises once more, structurally sound and ready for the next stage.
The alcometer reads consistently at 12 thou.
Just here, sir. A slight run.
Clean it up carefully now. We must maintain the 1927 specifications.
The Great Nelson, now resplendent in British naval grey, nears completion.
Pressure steady at 200 psi.
Vibration minimal on the starboard shaft.
We're showing 2 degrees off vertical. Gently take up the tension on the starboard stay.
Yes, sir. Taking it up now.
Here she is, the HMS Nelson, restored to her former glory. A true